The Loretta Young Show.
Hello. Do you agree that the most interesting facet of any vacation is the people with whom you travel? The strangers that you meet. And now to the first week's episode of our story, The Eternal Now. It takes place on one of the lovely isles of Greece.
At the time of Byron, there were 16 columns. Now there are only 3 complete columns, with some architecture still in evidence. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will go back to the boat and join the other groups and make our way back to the boat together. Thank you. Hello?
Oh, Monsieur Jacquard. I see you too are a rebel, hmm?
A rebel? What do you mean?
You refuse to join the ranks. Follow the pack. All that talk.
I must say there's a great deal of talk on that tour.
Yes. Contributed mostly by the Americans.
At times I wonder how much Americans see of a foreign country. They are always hiding behind their cameras.
Hmm? We look at Europe when we get back home.
Oh.
Martini?
C'est ma foi vrai. C'est pas une plaisanterie.
Oh, now, monsieur. You know better than to speak French to an American.
I was just stating that your offer of a martini was not in jest.
I never jest about a martini. I never travel without them. You have to get that little top off. Good. They're still cold. Have a dolly drink, Monsieur Jacquard.
Thank you. You know, I feel at a disadvantage. You seem to know my name, and I'm afraid I don't know yours.
Mrs. Sherwood.
To you, Mrs. Sherwood.
Thank you. It's not bad. I threw these together myself. You know, the bartender at the hotel, he makes a martini that might serve as a fairly good salad dressing.
Well, we shouldn't stay behind too long, or we'll miss our group.
And what a group. This morning when I saw them at the hotel, I almost didn't come on this little trip.
Don't you find it beautiful here?
Yes? Yes, it's very beautiful. But, so is the mainland beautiful. Why did we leave in a boat and sail for 3.5 hours to get off at an island that looks just like the place we left?
What about the joy of getting there? The anticipation?
I just like to get there.
And once you are there, you want to get back.
Yes, it's something like that. Well, now, you know, maybe I'm just not one for vacations, because leisure time just makes me nervous, that's all.
You're on a vacation now?
Mm-hmm. It was somehow or other forced on me, though, this trip. Well, you see, my husband, my beloved husband, died a few months ago, and some of his friends felt that I should get away from it all. And work it again. Thank you.
Oh. They are boarding the boat.
I'll be along.
All right. Thank you very much for the drink, Miss Sherwood. There won't be another boat for a week, you know.
Thank you, I know.
Χάσατε το βαγόνι.
Yeah, the boat went off and left me.
Και θα έχουμε
I'm sorry, I don't speak Greek. You speak English?
Ο Ίγκλης είναι μέσα ένας κύριος που μιλάει αγγλικά. Περάστε, θα σας περιποιηθούμε.
May I get some help, Mrs. Sherwood?
What's the matter? Didn't you run fast enough?
I'm afraid not. Come in.
Περάστε, μαδάμ. Γιάννη.
Τι θέλεις?
Έλα κάτω, μας ήρθανε ξένοι.
Ξένοι. When I reached the landing, the boat was gone. I went back to the ruins to try and find you, but I couldn't.
Well, I went roaming around.
Τι εννοείς ξένοι? Ποιος μπορεί το βαπόρι? Oh, here they are. Mr. and Mrs. Canaris, Mrs. Sherwood.
Χαίρομαι πολύ, κυρία Sherwood. Καθίστε να σας περιποιηθούμε, καθίστε. Περάστε να καθίστε. Έχεις καφέ έτοιμο? Γρήγορα φέρε καφέ.
They are the only inhabitants on the island. They look after the lighthouse and the inn.
Well, I'd say it was more of a lighthouse than an inn, wouldn't you?
Καλή διασκέδαση. Καλή διασκέδαση.
What's he saying?
Amusez-vous.
They want us to enjoy ourselves.
Do they have any suggestions?
Formidable, nous voilà de plusieurs pays.
What's she going on about?
She says in French, I think, that it's wonderful we come from different countries and that we do not have to hurry off.
Oh. They have a bar here?
I wouldn't think so.
And, of course, no telephone.
There's no need to worry. My brother will send for us in the morning. We have our own boat.
So I've heard. And I have my own liquor license. Brandy. Would you like some?
No, thanks.
No, really, this is ridiculous. Well, would you please? Thank you. That captain could have counted heads.
Well, there were so many little groups, and we did stay behind.
Well, I had a very important business engagement tonight. And if I miss out on account of that captain, I'm going to see him and his ratty fleet at the bottom of the Mediterranean.
My boat will be here tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow may very well be too late.
Then, why not enjoy today?
I intend to.
Est-ce que je peux vous aider?
Επιτέλους, αν δεν έχουμε αρκετό φαΐ, θα πας εσύ να ψάρεψεις για να φάμε.
Fiatele, il faudra que vous alliez percer pour le dîner.
Καταλαβαίνεις, τα γαλλικά δεν τα καταλαβαίνω εγώ. Μιλάτε ελληνικά έτσι καθόλου? Καθόλου δεν μιλάτε.
Νιώθησα με τις ελιές και με τα μαύρα μάτια. Έκανες την καρδούλα μου σαν μιώτησα 42 κομμάτια. Έκανες την καρδούλα μου σαν μιώτησα 42 κομμάτια.
Μπράβο, Ελένη, μπράβο. Εγώ θα στα κανάρι, περίμενε.
Did you like that song?
I don't know. It's all Greek to me.
Excusez-moi. Mrs. Sherwood, our hosts do not understand English, but I'm afraid you make your feelings quite clear.
Sorry.
They are charming people.
I know. They've been very nice. All right. I won't make any more faces. I really am. I'm sorry I did it.
Well, it's done.
Thanks a lot for making me feel so much better about it. It's done is done. That's swell.
True. That moment is gone and will never come back again.
I'll string that little pearl of wisdom for the future. Hmm?
Oh, you cannot control the future either. The only thing you can do anything about is now. Right now.
Okay. Right now, I'm going out to light some signal fires.
Oh, there you are. May I join you?
Yes, I was hoping you would. You know, I've been thinking about you.
You have?
Yes. I know that you're a very wealthy businessman.
Oh?
Yes, you see, they told me that at the hotel. They always point out millionaires to the women traveling along with the national monuments. Now, they also told me that you and your brother are traveling together on your own boat.
Yes.
Both of you millionaires. Well, now, tell me. Are you really as content as you seem? Or are your ulcers bleeding inside?
I don't understand what you mean.
Well, I watched you in there tonight, talking, singing, playing checkers, just as if you had nothing better to do.
What better?
Well, surely that boat leaving us must have inconvenienced you as much, if not more, than it did me.
Oh, yes, I had plans for this evening.
Business or pleasure?
I try to mix them.
In my world, that is absolutely taboo.
So I've heard.
business isn't important to you, I guess.
Oh, yes, it is. As a matter of fact, I've been conducting some business tonight.
With Mr. and Mrs. whatever their name is?
Canaris. Yes. Yes, they want to add a few rooms so they can accommodate tourists who might like to stay over a night or two. Or people like us who missed the boat. So...
But how do you have time for such small transactions? Or don't you run your own business?
This is my business. I invest in people.
In people?
Instead of things. It's very satisfying. I become involved, interested in everything and everybody. Yes, it is rewarding. Financially also.
But how can Mr. and Mrs. whatever the name is possibly make enough money on a few rooms to make any difference whatsoever to you?
True, they won't make a fortune. But they are good people. Therefore, they are a good risk.
Oh, now, Santa Claus. You haven't become a rich man on investments like that.
No. In the beginning, my father left me a little money. I was working, I didn't need it, so I shared it with my friends. One boy in particular who wanted to buy a small vineyard. I gave him the money. Today, I'm a substantial stockholder in the Lautner's vineyards.
But they couldn't all have turned out so well.
No. But I have many friends.
I hate money.
Why?
Oh, just eat your life. Well, my husband made his first million when he was 35. Then he swore to double it by the time he was 45. He died at 41 with $2.5 million. I hate it.
Yet you say you are working all the time.
He worked so hard for his money. He died for it. I feel the very least I can do is try to protect it for him. Anyway, that's all I know how to do.
Why do you drink so much?
Because I'm so happy. What's your first name? I've forgotten.
Paul.
Paul. Well, Paul. I missed that boat on purpose.
Why?
I don't know why. Maybe because it was quiet here. And all of a sudden when I heard that boat whistle, I felt I just couldn't go back. I couldn't face one more meeting with all that talk about money. Seems to me that's all I've heard all my life is money. Get more money, and for what? Oh, how I hate the past and the future. Yes, even now. I'm at the bottom of a greased well, and I can't get out.
Forget the past. Forget the future. Concentrate on the now. Live the now properly, and you will protect your future. And be content with your past.
But how do you forget the past? How do you do that?
Miss Sherwood, it is always now. This very moment. Not 5 minutes before, not 5 minutes after. This moment is the only thing we can do anything about.
I don't even know what I want to do with now. I don't know where I want to live, or how I want to live, or even if I want to live. I can't stand our place in California, and so I went and took an apartment in New York. You know what they did? They made me a member of the board. I hated that. So I took this trip. Now, according to my schedule, I wasn't supposed to be in Greece till late next month, but I just can't stay put anywhere. You know what happened? Some friends of my husband's called me at the hotel this morning with some sort of a scheme about building sites and that. I just ran for the boat. Now I'm here on a little island in the middle of nowhere. I'm running out of places to run to.
Good. Maybe then you'll stop running. It's quiet here. The ideal place to start facing the nows.
You know, we've been here almost a whole day. And the only thing I've done with it is finish a whole shaker full of martinis and a little flask of brandy. While you have set those very nice people onto a nice new venture. Well, you live by your word. I'll say that for you.
I live by my father's word. He was a very wise man.
It is quiet here. It's very peaceful. I wonder if I'll sleep tonight. I hope so. Because I'm sure that Canassus' supply of sleeping pills is non-existent. Well, you see, I warned you. We Americans, we just talk through everything. I'm sorry.
When I got to the landing, the boat was still there. I, too, missed it on purpose.
Because of me.
I told you I was interested in people. All kinds of people.
We hope to see you next week for the conclusion of The Eternal Now. Good night. We'll see you then.